lastly, no, next to the last, be creative. That said, you can't be creative unless you really understand all the nuances of the transaction. All the nuances that are involved, tax-wise, just anything to do with the transaction. If you do not understand them well, you can't be creative. Every once in a while you can pull some dumb thing out of the air and it makes sense to somebody. But to consistently give people valid reasons to do something that is in their best interest and your best interest, you've got to be creative. You know, Wes and I, we're in our second deal now where the older people couldn't sell us the building because of tax consequences. We leased it with an option to purchase it. We're financing their retirement. We're getting a good buy. And it just popped. You know, well, we can't do this, but we could do this. And, you know, and you pose it to them and they say no. And I said, well, why don't you ask your accountant what he thinks about that? And, you know, an hour later they called back. My accountant said, that's a really good idea. We ought to do it. So, but you've got to have the knowledge of everything in order to really spark that creative gene. And then lastly, if you're doing this stuff, you got to get a money source, unless you have all the money in the world and you don't need anybody else's money. And those money sources come, they come because of trust, they come because of relationships. I'll say, don't ask your mother or your grandmother to put a second mortgage on her house so you can do an apartment or a real estate deal at a 47% IRR. Guaranteed. Okay? That's not the kind of money source I'm talking about. I'm talking about the money source that you're going to be able to make money with their money, but you're not putting their money at risk any more than, you know, the risk you walk out the street and get hit by a car, but not an inordinate amount of risk. And the more vulnerable the people that you get money from are, the more careful you have to be to protect them. Now, that said, we have clients now that we can call up and, you know, we need $500,000 for 6 months, we'll pay you 6%. I got one client, okay, we do a note and deed of trust and we record it and we do all this other stuff. We got another client, I hang up the phone and 45 minutes later there's $500,000 in our account. So, and of course I have secured that with my left testicle.
Very graphic.
But I mean, I have a note with I have a note with the guy, and I secured it with my ringside seat in heaven. So anyhow, but those relationships come because of years and years and years and years of doing things, and from my perspective, especially as a broker and a property manager, that was in their best interest, and as I did that, I benefited from it. So that's it. Have fun.
Thank you.